When night settles over the room, the small routines of your day begin to disappear. You turn off the light, pull the blanket closer, set your phone aside, and let the house become still. To you, this may feel like the end of everything, the quiet moment before sleep takes over. But for your cat, the night is not empty. It is a different world opening slowly, a world where familiar scents become clearer, tiny changes in the room matter more, and your bed becomes more than a soft place to rest. It becomes a shared territory, carrying your warmth, your scent, your breathing, and the memory of many safe nights before. Then your cat comes closer. Some cats choose the foot of the bed, some curl near the pillow, some climb onto the chest, and some keep a small distance while refusing to leave. You may think your cat is only looking for warmth, and sometimes that is true, but it is not the whole story. Sleeping beside someone can also mean safety, trust, habit, scent, and, in the quiet language of cats, a sense of family. To understand this choice, we must first understand feline vulnerability during sleep. To understand this choice, we must first understand feline vulnerability during sleep. A cat may seem confident when it walks through the house, jumps onto furniture, or calmly watches everything from a distance, but sleep changes that balance. In sleep, its reactions slow down, its awareness softens, and its body becomes less ready to escape. That is why a tense or uncertain cat often chooses places that feel protected. A high shelf, a hidden corner, a narrow space under furniture, or a spot where it can leave quickly if something feels wrong. When your cat chooses to rest beside you instead, it is not simply choosing comfort. It is showing that, in its private map of safety, you are no longer a threat. This does not mean every cat must press against your body to show trust. Some cats sleep at your feet, some stay near the edge of the blanket, and some keep just enough distance to feel independent while still remaining in your space. For a cat, even sharing the same bed can be a quiet form of closeness. It cannot say, "I trust you," but it can close its eyes in the same darkness with you, and for an animal built to notice danger, that choice matters. Your bed also carries something deeply familiar. The blanket, pillow, and sheets hold your scent, and familiar scent is important to a cat because it makes the environment feel predictable. If your cat returns to the same corner of the bed night after night, that place may have become one of its safe points, a small territory marked by warmth, routine, and recognition. And although cats are often described as solitary, many domestic cats form real bonds with their caregivers. During the day, your cat may appear distant, but at night, it may choose the person it knows best, not because it is weak, but because beside you, it feels safe enough to be soft and quietly return to rest. After safety comes something even less visible, but just as important in a cat's world: scent. Humans often think of a bed as fabric, pillows, and a place to sleep, but a cat reads it differently. Your bed holds traces of where you have been, how long you stayed there, and the routines that repeat around it every night. When your cat rubs its head against your hand, presses its cheek into the blanket, or settles close to your body, it may be adding its own scent to yours. Cats have scent glands around the cheeks, chin, forehead, and other parts of the body, and rubbing is one way they make a place or a person feel familiar. This is not only ownership in the simple sense. Your cat is not turning you into an object. It is bringing you into a circle of recognition. You carry a little of its scent. It rests among traces of yours, and the bed becomes a shared space where both of you belong. That is why some cats lie on their owner's clothes when the owner is away, or return again and again to the same pillow, blanket, or side of the bed. Your scent can become a sign of home, a reminder that the environment is stable even when you are not in the room. At night, when there are fewer distractions, these small signals may become even more meaningful. Your cat may grow familiar with the way you turn under the blanket, the rhythm of your breathing, and the quiet pattern of your bedtime routine. Humans often remember each other by faces and words. A cat may remember you through something more invisible: scent, presence, repetition, and the calm feeling of a place that has become safe beside your sleeping body. After scent and familiarity, there is another reason your cat may return to your bed: the quiet rhythm of your body. Warmth is the easiest part to understand. Cats naturally look for warm places to rest, and a human body offers a steady source of heat through the night. In colder months, your cat may press closer, tuck itself against your legs, or choose the curve of your stomach. In warmer weather, it may stay nearby without touching you at all. That distance does not always mean affection has changed. It may simply mean your cat is adjusting comfort, temperature, and personal space in the way cats often do. But if warmth were the only reason, your cat could choose a blanket, a patch of sunlight, a laptop, or a soft corner of the sofa. Many nights, it still chooses the place where you are. Part of that choice may come from the steady signals your body gives when you are resting. A person lying still, breathing evenly, and repeating the same bedtime pattern can make the environment feel predictable. Cats are sensitive to movement and change, so the slow rise and fall of your chest or the small rhythm of your breathing may become one more sign that the room is safe. Some cats prefer the chest, stomach, or space near the head because these places carry warmth and gentle movement. There is no need to claim that your cat is perfectly synchronizing with you. It is enough to say that the stability of your sleeping body may be reassuring. And then there is the purr. It should not be described as a certain medical treatment, but for many people, a cat's low, steady purring creates comfort. Beside you, it can make the night feel less empty and remind your tired mind that something familiar is still close. Your cat is not a doctor, but on a difficult night, its presence can make you feel less alone and safe. Once your body has settled into that familiar rhythm, your cat is still receiving information from the room around you. To you, the bedroom may feel silent, but a cat does not experience silence in the same way. Its hearing is more sensitive than yours. And at night, when daily movement has faded, small signals can become easier to notice. A faint movement behind a wall, a tiny insect near the floor, a shift outside the door, or a distant sound from another room may be enough to make your cat lift its head and look toward one point. It does not always mean something mysterious is there. Often, it simply means your cat has noticed something that your body was never built to catch. This is why the bed can become both a resting place and an observation point. While you drift deeper into sleep, your cat may still be reading the house in its own way. You hear quiet. It may sense a living space still changing in the dark. Your cat may also notice changes in you. If you sleep restlessly, turn often, breathe faster, or move your hands and feet, a nearby cat can respond to those signals. Some cats will leave because the movement disturbs them, while others may come closer, touch you lightly, watch for a moment, or settle against you again. It does not need to understand your dream. It only needs to recognize that the familiar person beside it is no longer as still as before. Even the place your cat chooses can offer clues. At your feet, it may feel close while keeping an easy way out. Near your head, it may be drawn to warmth, scent, or closeness. On your chest, it may seek heat, movement, or attention. Turned away from you, it may still feel safe. A sleeping position is not a perfect translation of emotion. It is only a small map of how secure your cat feels that night. Over time, the meaning of your cat's presence on the bed is shaped not only by instinct, but by repetition. Cats are attentive to patterns, especially the ones that happen every day in the same order. You brush your teeth, turn off the light, pull the blanket into place, set your phone aside, and prepare to sleep. To you, these are ordinary actions. To your cat, they can become a sequence of signals announcing that the night is beginning, and after enough evenings, some cats seem to arrive at exactly the right moment, as if they have been waiting for the routine to reach them. This is why bedtime can become more than a habit. If you are the person who feeds your cat, refreshes the water, cleans the litter box, opens doors, speaks gently, and appears again and again in predictable ways, you become part of the structure of its world. Cats often feel safer when life is stable, and stability is built from small things repeated consistently, not from one dramatic gesture. You may not feel that you are doing anything extraordinary, but to your cat, those repeated acts can become the foundation of trust. Then, night after night, the ritual returns. Your cat steps onto the bed, turns in place, kneads the blanket, settles its body, perhaps places one paw against you, and slowly becomes still. None of this has to be turned into a mystery or a fairy tale. It may simply be what closeness looks like when it is practiced quietly over time. A cat's affection is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is just the choice to come back to the same room, the same bed, and the same familiar person again and again. And through that return, attachment becomes something ordinary, steady, and real. Still, it is important not to turn every sleeping position into a perfect love story. Not every night beside you carries a deep emotional meaning. Sometimes your cat is there because your blanket is warm, your mattress is softer than the floor, your pillow holds a familiar smell, or the habit has simply become comfortable. The real key is not to force one meaning onto every behavior, but to look at the whole pattern around it. Is your cat relaxed when it lies down? Is it eating normally, drinking normally, and using the litter box as usual? Has it suddenly become much clingier, hidden more often, cried more, avoided touch, or changed where and how it sleeps? A small shift may mean nothing, but a lasting change can point to stress, discomfort, changes in the home, or a health issue that deserves attention. Loving a cat does not mean turning every movement into proof of affection. It means being patient enough to notice the difference between warmth, habit, attachment, and a signal that something in its quiet world may need your care before it becomes too easy to overlook completely. After all of this, the scene may return tonight in a way so ordinary that you almost miss it. You turn off the light, settle under the blanket, and somewhere nearby your cat makes its familiar decision to come back to the bed. It may choose the space near your feet where it can stay close while keeping a little distance. It may curl beside the pillow where your scent is strongest. It may rest on your chest, drawn by warmth, movement, or the simple comfort of being near you. Or it may take only a corner at the edge of the blanket, close enough to remain part of your night without asking for more. To you, this may look like a habit. To your cat, it may be a combination of many quiet things: warmth, scent, safety, breathing, familiar patterns, and a person it has slowly learned to trust. Cats do not usually love in loud, obvious ways. They do not explain themselves, make promises, or tell long stories about what they feel. They return. Night after night, sometimes closer, sometimes farther away, sometimes only near enough to know you are still there. And perhaps, for a cat, that is already a great deal. It has many places it could sleep, many corners it could choose, many distances it could keep. Yet, on certain nights, it chooses to share the same dark space with you in the quiet language of an animal that values safety more than performance. So tonight, if your cat climbs onto the bed again, do not rush to treat it as something meaningless. Notice where it settles, how much space it keeps, and how relaxed it seems beside you. That small position may be telling a private story about how safe your cat feels with you. Where does your cat usually sleep? By your feet, near your head, on your chest, or across the pillow?